What's going on, YouTube? You know who it is. You know what it is, man. Hold on, let me share this joint out right quick. Where is my share? Bam, bam. All right, I had to share that joint out right quick. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the replay gang that's watching this on the replay, man. Um, I guess I don't want to get off my chest, man. You know me, man. I'm a spur of the moment type of dude. You know what I mean? I don't really like put a lot of thought into YouTube anymore. Well, I don't think I've ever really have. I think at one point in time I tried to. Um, like I'm the guy. What's going on, everybody that's checking in? I'm the guy that when you hear Trucker Brown speak on the lazy content, that's me. You know, I'm who he's talking about, and I don't got no issue with it. You know what I mean? Because that's my channel. That's what I do. You know what I mean? Um, I just sometimes it's like a confessional, like a testimony. Sometimes it's a motivational thing. I don't know. I just come up here, I vent, I speak, I talk, and that's just what it is, man. I put it all out and leave it for hopefully someone to learn from. Unfortunately, that leaves room for a lot of people to judge, sometimes very harshly. But that's the game, man. You know, when you put your business out to strangers, you leave yourself open to that type of scrutiny. But nonetheless, is what I do. That's how I do my channel. Um, Once again, shout out to everybody that's coming in. I see y'all. I see all y'all coming in. Jo Junior, Texas Made, Brandon. I see all y'all, man. What's up? What's up? So, part of me putting myself out there is almost always, letting you guys know about my company situation, where I'm working, the money that I'm making, how I'm making it. You know, it's as explicit, as detailed as I can potentially give. And I've been doing that since I came here on YouTube. You know, uh, I went to CRST, and showed you my entire journey there. I went to Trans Am, showed you my journey there. Abilene, Swift, the port, every company I've went to for the most part, I give you guys full details. Fuck them Steelers. I see you. I didn't watch TV because that dude thinks 100K is making money. I don't think it's making money. No disrespect to anyone. Yeah, it's all good, man. People got different opinions. That's all. Some people just feel more strongly about their opinions than others. Some just choose not to argue it, because they just tired of arguing about it. So I understand. But anyway, so I say all that to say this, man. When I first came here to VL Trucking, to my knowledge, VL Trucking was not a well-known company. Okay. Um, I don't feel it was a well-known company. I know a lot of people say that they saw Skimp D videos, but to my knowledge, um, it just wasn't a super popular company. Like it wasn't something that everybody, especially on YouTube, was talking about. And since I've been here now going on 5 months. I've been here 5 months. That shit has flown by. But I guess when you come home for 2 weeks at a time, and time tend to fly, but whatever. So 5 months, and I feel like since the 5 months that I've been here, it has become probably the most popular trucking company out right now. I mean, honestly, who other company is popular right now? I mean, everybody I see on YouTube is talking about VL in some way, shape, or fashion. Whether it's people who are talking about actually being here and making money, or it's people talking about people who are here and making money, and they're criticizing them because they are doubtful in the money that they're making, even though people are continuously posting pay stubs and settlements and year to dates and everything. I mean, hell, I've showed the referral bonuses and people still doubt it. And that's kind of the point of this live feed. Of what I want to talk about is I have nothing else to prove, man. I have nothing to prove to anybody. When I came to VL, I was at a point in my life where it was just trying to find some structure, trying to find some consistency. and trying to prove to myself that I could maintain a lease op situation. Um, and that was a big deal to me. That caused the whole situation with me and D-Raj. It was never about anything that I felt he was doing wrong. It was just about me wanting to do something for myself without the assistance of anyone at that time. And that's what I've been able to do for these 5 months. And everything that I feel like I needed to prove to myself, I feel like I've proven. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to fall into this thing where I'm trying to prove something to strangers on the internet, not trying to disrespect my subscribers, because I love my subscribers. But at the same time, I don't feed my subscribers. I don't pay my subscribers an electrician bill. My subscribers don't have my baby in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put a roof over my subscribers' head. So I'm not obligated to feel like, oh, I gotta make sure that my subscribers know that this is real, this is legit. So therefore, I just feel like at this point, it's really nothing else that I can say specifically to make you believe that VL Trucking is a good situation. It's just nothing more. If you're not able to put that together yet, by the information that I have given you in the form of settlements, just my experience, everything I've gone through, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I'm coming out here and I'm running 2-3 weeks at a time. I'm making $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 a week. My truck hasn't had any major mechanical breakdowns. My weekly expenses are not over the top expensive. My dispatcher runs me. It's a good company, and I don't know why it's so unbelievable for so many people that this isn't a good company or this can't be a good situation for the right person. I just truly don't understand. It's almost like people don't want you to do good. It's like people want you to fail. And it's just like, because it's me, because it's Jay, anybody who takes my advice, they want them to fail too, just to prove a point that Jay don't know what he's talking about. And I just think it's the craziest thing in the world, man. Like, you gotta have that type of hate, that type of emotion, man. You need therapy, man. You need professional help to be that upset because someone else is doing well. And again, the thing I don't want to do is I don't want to get caught up in I don't even know the term. Like, I don't want to get up here and be trying to prove something. If I didn't mess up my situation with VL, that's where I would be right now. Like, I don't want to get up here and trying to prove something to people who just don't deserve the energy. Because they don't. Because at the end of the day, man, like, to be in a situation that I'm in, that my family's in, after everything that I've gone through, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all gotta understand, man, this is 2020. So in 2015, I was delivering pizzas. You feel me? Like delivering pizzas for a mom and pop pizza shop, doing dishes in the back. I wish to God there was some way I could get my old YouTube channel back, because I promise you I would bring that shit back, even if I had to pay bread for that shit. Because I really wish I could just show people, like, I was delivering pizzas, washing dishes, just to make sure my family ate. You know what I'm saying? And to be where I'm at, not but 5 years later, because 5 years is not a long time. So to have this drastic of a change in my life in 5 years, I'm proud of that shit. I don't care if you don't feel like lease ops make good money. I don't care if you feel like my truck should be paid off. I don't care if you feel like I should have my own authority. I don't care if you feel like, I'm only making money because of my referral bonus. I don't care what anyone thinks at this point. Because the reality is, I look at where I am, and I look at where I've come from, and man, hey, I know people who've been out here struggling 10, 15, 20, 30 years that have not yet gotten to a point where I'm at now. And I still don't feel like I'm anywhere. I'm still just barely scratching the surface. Like Buddy said earlier in the comments, $100,000 a year ain't a lot of money. When you look at the big picture, when you're talking about trying to make sure your kids are good and their kids are going to be good, maybe not rich, but good. I'm not trying to live a rich lifestyle. You know, I'm not trying to have the latest and greatest everything. You know, I'm not trying to have the biggest house anymore or the nicest car. But I do I want my family to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I want my wife to never have to work again. You know what I'm saying? I want my son to continue to be oblivious to struggle. You know, even though sometimes that can, you know, that can border, that flirts with that line of being spoiled. Because my son is a monster, man. He is. I've created that monster, so I got to deal with it. But I'm cool with that. I'd rather him know, you know, that this lifestyle than the lifestyle I knew as a kid. You know, I didn't have my own room. Well, I ain't gonna say I didn't have my own room. Like the way my son's room is set up with all the shit that he had, I didn't have that type of situation till I was like in high school. And that's not to speak down on my situation, because my mom always made sure we was good. But I've gone above and beyond to make sure that my son's situation is better than what mine was. Which I think every parent should want their kid to be better than what they were. You know what I mean? But you know, like I say, man, I've worked hard, and I've worn every L. You know, every mistake, every emotional decision, every impulse, every bad, like on YouTube, off YouTube. I've worn it all, man. I've done it all. I've worn it all. I've went through it, and I've did my, you know what I mean? And I'm still here, man. I'm still making it work. And that's just a blessing that I'm not gonna let anyone else speak down on, because they don't believe it to be true, or for whatever reason they choose to speak down on it or make a mockery of it. Hey man, fine. If that's what your content is, and if that's what you choose to do with your time, that's on you, man. To me, it just speaks to your character. It just speaks to your subscriber base and the type of people that you have around you, to where that you feel that downing another man's situation fully, and I'm talking about just continuous shots, continuous attacks, continuous doubt. If that's the type of subscriber base that you have, if that's the type of community that you want to continue to appease to, then man, hey man, that speaks to you. What they say? Amazing, 100K now ain't money. 100K was never money. I just didn't know that. I mean, but if you look at am I saying that I won't be appreciative of making 100,000? I'm not saying that at all. Let's not be silly. But if we really want to have an honest conversation, and we want to look at the facts, and we look at the numbers, like $100,000 is cool if you're just staying in a 3-bedroom apartment, and you just, you know, with me, my wife, and my 2 sons. But let's just say we have 2 more kids. Let's just say, you know, in 5 years, according to our plan, we go buy a house, and we find a house for $300,000 or $250,000. You know, okay, we got 2 kids now. Let's just say with the 2 kids, let's say my son wants to play soccer for a private soccer league. Let's say my youngest, let's say he wants to play the piano, or he wants to act. Stuff is expensive, man. I think that, you know, I'll tell you like this. I didn't think I used to think $100,000 was a lot of money, because I didn't really understand everything that went into having a family. Okay, growing up with me, it wasn't really too much extra curricular activities that we did. Besides, like, we played football, very inexpensive. You know, you pay for pads. Football, you kind of use the same pads for years until you grow out of them. You know, you may play church league, basketball, and that's it. But the things that I want my kids to be able to do, it's gonna cost money. You know, my son's already done karate, and that wasn't cheap at all. You know what I mean? So again, like I say, $100,000 may seem like a lot for a single family home or for just a single person, but when you're talking about a family of 4, 5, 6, it's no telling on how many kids me and my wife now have. We don't really have a cap on it. You know what I mean? And then let's say we get a dog, who will get 2 dogs for that matter. These things cost money. They just do. And again, we live in Virginia. We live in the southern part of Virginia. Let's say we want to move to northern Virginia. Let's say we want to go to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Now, that 100K got a lot smaller. You know what I mean? So, it's like I always say, man, it's levels. I think that's the best way that I can put it. It's levels. So, on the levels that, a lot of us are on now, $100,000, yes, is a lot of money on the level that we are now. But I would hope that out of the 69 people in here, that we all get to a point where we are elevating continuously. So 5, 10 years from now, we're on another level to a point where 100,000 is average. Everyone around us is making 100K. You know what I mean? Like, I think, that's why us moving to where we moved to across the bridge was such a big deal, because the money that I was starting to make plus where we still were, it just didn't fit because everyone around us didn't make that money. So it was a lot of hands out. It was a lot of eyeballs, and not to be, cocky or nothing, but it's just the truth. But to where we moved to now, it's like you can tell that everyone, is doing good. You don't have to feel unsafe or unsure about walking around, or you don't gotta buy a television at night, bring it in the house at nighttime because you scared the neighbors scoping your shit out. You know what I mean? That's some hood shit. Anybody else ever did have to worry about that shit, like buying new furniture or buying new electronics and bringing them in the house at night because you too nervous from your neighbors or whoever peep? Man, listen, man, my background a little different. Where I come from, the hood I was raised in was a little different, man. You just won't buy no 50-inch TV and bringing that shit in on a Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Everybody in the hood knew what you got at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bring that shit like 9 o'clock. Put a cover over that hoe. I don't want nobody to know what I got. That's how it was, you know what I mean? But where I'm at now, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. And that means a lot. Let me try to get in these comments. If you put your self-confidence in your bank account, it will fail as fast as ocean wave upon a house built on sand. 100K is not a lot of money in Miami. To buy a house, if you leave Georgia, that money can get you a nice house. Throw the boxes away in the next neighborhood. Facts, what Baltimore? A woman is a bill, and the finer she is, the more cash and headache. A man shouldn't get married, period, if she ain't old school. A lot of things. Y'all having different conversations. Alright, can y'all see me now? I had to hook up to my phone mobile hotspot. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with Sprint and T-Mobile fucking up. Let me know if y'all can hear me, see me. I'm sweating. I done put on like 3 shirts because it was cold. Alright, boom. What up, Firestart? I see you. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I had, man. I'm sitting here waiting on the wife to come pick me up. I had to move my truck. I've been home for like 2 weeks, man. I gotta stop doing that shit. I was only supposed to come home for like a week, and I just ended up staying home because I was supposed to leave like that Wednesday, Thursday before trick-or-treating. And then, I had to stay for the trick-or-treating and shit. Riding around with trick-or-treating on Saturday, and then was it Saturday or Friday? Whatever day trick-or-treating was, then I got sick, so they ain't want to leave out. Then I watched the Ravens Steelers game. I don't even want to talk about that, man. Fuck the Steelers, man. Whatever. It is what it is. But so we leaving out tomorrow, and I'm probably go on the road for about 3 solid weeks, and then come back home for Thanksgiving. And then yeah. So, but like I say, back to the title of the live feed, man. Like I said, I just want to come up here and say I ain't got nothing else to prove, man. Man, I don't know. Lamar definitely having a slump, man. I don't know what's going on with Lamar. He really disappointed me, man. But at the same time, we played a horrible game against Pittsburgh and still came down to the last play. So I ain't even really, you know what I'm saying, ain't too mad about that, because without those interceptions, and a couple of other mistakes on defensive pass interferences on Marcus Peters, you know, it's a whole nother ball game. I mean, hell, we went into the half up 10 points. Why did we come out throwing the ball in the second half? I haven't the slightest fucking idea. When we gashed them for like $150, $160 in the first half, I think Gus had 100, J.K. Dobbins had 100, Lamar had like 60, 70. Like, you know, I don't understand why we came out throwing the ball, but you know, I don't know, man. Maybe we was trying to put the nail in the coffin. I don't understand. You know, it is what it is, though. We lost. It's cool, though. I kind of like the fact that we losing in the regular season and we having this adversity now, because hopefully it'll mold us for a later playoff push. You know, because last year we kind of cruised through everybody, beat everybody. It was easy. We never trailed, and you know, we got behind against the Titans and shit just fell apart. So hopefully with us having these type of games in the regular season, by the time the playoffs roll around in December, we'll be right where we need to be. We done tweaked some things and got everything where it need to be that we can make a playoff push. But as of right now, man, we not beating Kansas City. I think we can beat everybody but Kansas City. I think we can beat Pittsburgh if we play a better game than what we played. I think we can beat Tennessee. But that team in Kansas City, Missouri is a little different. And I ain't even gonna hold you. If we play like we played Pittsburgh, or like we played them on that Monday night game, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna stomp a mud hole on us, man. So, you know, I really hope that we don't turn into the Colts when they had Peyton Manning. Y'all remember the Colts when they had Peyton Manning? They would have amazing regular seasons, 14-2, 13-3, amazing. But they get to the playoffs and would choke. Same thing with the Saints. The Saints are known for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Have an amazing regular season, get to the playoffs and choke. You know, I don't want us to become that, but that's what it's looking like. But we'll see, man. We'll see. If you keep your expenses within reason, 100K will work. Folks get in trouble trying to keep up with the Jones. That's a fact. That's a fact. I feel like we a better squad. We just haven't played like it this year. I wish you were old enough to watch. What'd I say? I wish you were old enough to watch real football. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, I mean, if you keep your expenses within reason, 100K will definitely work. You know, like I say, my expenses right now is about I say probably between 28 and 3,000, 28 and 3,100. You know, nothing too crazy. You know, a lot of people looked at me. You know, we got a lot of side eyes from family and friends when we decided to downsize out of this house into the apartment. But man, I'm talking about it's just the day-to-day living experience is so much better, less stress trying to fix shit. Because the only issue with that house was everything was broke. It was a big-ass house, but it was a big-ass old house. Everything was starting to come apart. The floors was cracking. You know, the windows wasn't really fully sealed like this. Well, it was just a lot of things that just added a lot of extra money onto, like, the utilities and things like that. And I just wasn't ready to spend, you know, that type of money on fixing that house. I just got so many other things that need to be done before I even consider buying a house. And, you know, buying a house isn't really a super huge priority right now. And me and my wife, we about to be 30 next year. So we feel like we have plenty of time to make that decision to buy a house. Our son is still young. You know, he'll be 6 in January. Our newborn baby will be here sometime between Christmas and New Year's, from what the doctors are telling us now, because he's so big that he's gonna run out of space. So we're definitely gonna you know, he's gonna be coming early, so that's gonna be dope. So, but yeah, so we got young kids. We ain't in no rush. We ain't no rush. If Biden don't win, we all fuck. I guess as a former banker, I know a lot of millionaires that got their on the 16 cans. Biden passed a lot of regulation which hurt us truckers. I mean, you know, that election shit, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like to speak on it because as an African American man, I don't feel like I have the right, or I don't have the same opportunity to freely speak on whatever candidate I want. And so that's why I just choose not to speak on it. If I came up here and told y'all that I wanted to vote for Donald Trump because I think Trump is what's best for trucking, I think Trump was best for me trying to grow my small businesses, I get killed for it in my community on social media and so forth. So I'd rather just keep my opinion to myself. You know what I'm saying? With politics and things to that nature. Politics, religion. It's not that I don't have a stand or side, but it's just that, again, as a black man, you know, black people have a problem with black people who aren't Christians. Black people have a problem with black people who aren't Democrats. Black people have a problem with black people who just do anything besides what the traditional black person is supposed to do. And I have an issue with that because, you know, shouldn't I have a right to choose or pick whoever I choose to pick? You know what I mean? Like, why should I be, like, it's almost like a way in bullying. So I just stay away from it, man. I honestly believe that Trump is better for business, you know, but we'll see. I'm sure, you know, either way, they're going to find a way to screw us. I'm still in the middle class, so the middle class loses no matter what. But again, as a business owner, you know, Republicans tend to be more helpful to business owners from what I've seen. Or maybe I'm incorrect. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Please don't kill me. I think I'm still black. Don't call me a coon. I'm just looking at the numbers, man. Just what you want me to do? Fuck him, Jay. I told him to fuck off. Think of me. If you ain't vote for Biden, you tripping, bruh. I ain't no Christian. It was just a money bag for me. I bet 300 on FanDuel. You could have beat them out, whatever, been mad. I don't have an issue with someone who thinks differently than me, so I do the same for me. I feel that. I feel that be smooth, but unfortunately, you know, as black men, it's just so we have to, you know, what am I trying to say? I'll be more criticized by other black people than any other color if I was to say I'll vote for Trump. Put it like that. And I just don't think that's right. You know what I mean? I think that people always talk about freedom of speech. People always talk about the right to choose, equality and all that. But I think that people use those things to push their own agenda. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people will use a Black Lives Matter, or people will use a All Lives Matter, or Democrats. Well, people gonna use whatever they need to push their own agenda. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. It's like no matter what you do, no matter what you say, it's always gonna be something you doing wrong. You know what I mean? Something you a sellout, or you a coon, or you this, you that. And it's just like, man, whatever. Don't say we have it too as black man. Be a man and do what's right. But I'm saying though, what if my right is different from your right? That's what I'm saying. What happens then? Because again, everybody can feel strongly about what they believe in. I'm not telling you, I'm not gonna try to convince you to do anything. But let me ask you this. What if I feel strongly about something and you feel strongly about the opposite? Then what? Because I have the ability to say, hey man, you feel differently about this, I feel differently, but we can still coexist, we can still be cool. But a lot of people that I have come into contact with, they don't have that ability to be like, yo, we can just agree to disagree. No, you have to agree with what they're saying, or you're the enemy, or you're a coon, or you're a sellout, you're a traitor. And that's where you lose me. That's where I get disconnected. Because it's just like, okay, man, I'm just putting my opinion out there. I'm just saying something. I haven't even, done it. I'm just saying something, and now I'm being killed for an opinion from people who want you to respect their opinion. You know what I mean? So it just becomes a lot of double standard, a lot of contradiction, a lot of it's just, I'm cool, man. I really am, man. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I'm cool. People talk about Republicans, yet Democrats are who destroyed the blah, 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 blah. Is it about sticking to a code? Or what code? What code? Inform me, what code? I mean, like, what? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm what code? You got to enlighten me on that one. Only code I know is my family, God Family Trucking. That's my code. That's all I know. Ain't nobody coming to help me do nothing. You feel me? So that's the other thing with me. Trump, Biden, ain't none of them coming to help me or mine. It's either who gonna make it easier, who gonna make it harder. I still gotta, that's the other thing too about my people. Unfortunately, they be looking for people to come save them. They think Democrats gonna save them. Like they waiting on Jesus to come back. And it's just like, yo, that shit not happening, fam. You gotta go out here in this world and you gotta do it yourself. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, who's gonna help me go out here and do it for myself? And history's shown it ain't Democrats. If it's a different opinion option, you right in that sense. That's when you know not to argue, continue to talk. And that's why I say I just stay out of it, bro. Because people will take that shit and they will turn it so personal. And like, it's 59 people in here. I can disagree with all 59 of y'all, but still respect y'all, still fuck with y'all, still buy you a beer, a drink, whatever. But you got some people who get so engulfed with that shit and they become these political analysts and, moral police and all this shit. And then they just get so passionate about it. It's just like, bruh, like, it ain't even that real to me. You know what I mean? And honestly, it ain't even that real to them, but because it's what's trending right now and what's popular, that's why everybody talking about it. That's it. That's the other thing about it. It's just what's trending right now. Nobody talking about this shit in January. Nobody talking about this shit 2 years ago. It's what's trending right now. Now everybody is a political CNN special appointed officer talking about voting. Man, you just going with the trend, man. That's it. That's it. It's a trend. You get on Twitter right now, I guarantee you, out of the top 20, probably 5 to 10 of those topics are political based. So everybody's just talking about what's trending right now. Everybody gonna be talking about it 2 years from now. People only care about it when everybody else care about it. So that's why I just be like, man, all right, man, y'all got it. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? You got it. What up, Wayne? I see you. What's crazy, this should be it should be an every 2 year debate. Yeah, you know what I mean? But switching the conversation, because we ain't finna turn it to no political shit. Like I say, man, I'm sitting over here. I had to move my truck. Walmart tried to tow my shit because I guess my truck been sitting there too long. I guess that's what happened when you sit there for 2 weeks. But yeah, they've been trying to back in the truck. I see. Nah, I just moved it. I'm still home, Wayne. They've been trying to get Trump. Yeah, I'll leave tomorrow though, Wayne. Get money and drink water. Facts. Yeah, I'll leave tomorrow, man. I wasn't supposed to do nothing. I leave when I want to leave, but I probably, I don't know, like it's interesting, man, because honestly, with my specific situation, I don't have to, like, I'm not obligated to leave at no certain point in time. You know what I mean? I can really, like, honestly, if I'm being truthful with y'all, if I really wanted to, I could run 2 weeks and take 2 weeks off. I could. That'll give me enough to pay my bills, put a little aside to the maintenance, and that's it. And I could. I've worked my way into a position to do that here at VL. Am I going to do that? No, because I got other shit I'm trying to do. But, you know what I mean? It just be so hard, man, because, like, 5 years into the game, man, and OTR just ain't appealing no more, man. Like, you know, even going out for 3 weeks. Like, I'm about to go out for 3 weeks now, and it's just like, bro, I don't want to go out for no 3 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 3 weeks. Like, but I got to do what I got to do, you know? That's what up. That's how it should be if I choose. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm working on my exit strategy. I don't have a concrete plan yet, but I'm definitely working on an exit strategy because this ain't something that I want to do forever. As far as like being OTR and being gone and all that shit, I'd rather be shaky than voting for a party that's destroying black community. Oh, okay. But yeah, and going back to the title of the video, man, like I say, I got nothing else to prove as far as this VL trucking situation, as far as my trucking situation. So as far as the videos for VL trucking, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna stop making them, but the whole back and forth, and the whole posting settlements, I ain't doing that no more. I'm just not. I'm not. Even though it's just crazy, because like you can post settlements and people still find something wrong with. Like I post my last settlement, and I don't know what my year to date was, but I think if you average that shit out, I'm making bread, and people will still find well, this must have been for the week of this, and you didn't know, bro. It's exactly what the fuck it is. Like, excuse me. Like, this is my actual settlement. You know what I mean? I made this amount of money, this the miles I drove, this the fuel I spent, and people will come up there and say, well, I'm gonna add, he ain't adding in the rest of the fuel. How? It's the company fuel card. It's literally, everything is right there, and you still doubting that shit. How? I even put the year to date, because a lot of people say, oh, well, you only posting your best settlement. My nigga, the year to date is right there. So you can do the math yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the shit that people will say or the lengths they will go to try to discredit you is crazy, man. Only thing you gotta prove to your family, fuck it. That's a fact. That's a fact. This is my wife pulling up. Yep, that's my ride. Well, it was a pleasure, people. I came up here for 40 minutes, so I gave y'all how much you saved so far. Enough. I've given you 40 minutes of content, you know, lazy content as TB will call it, but this is me, this is how I do. This is how I'm gonna continue to do, man. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. But if you still wanna rock with me, if you still fuck with me, subscribe. I'll probably do another video here soon in the next couple of days when I'm back on the truck, you know, full time. And we'll talk about some things. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you want to talk about. But as always, y'all already know what it is, man. Stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God, family, trucking. And remember, man, every day is another step closer to where you want to be in life. So keep pushing. You already know I am, man. I'm gone.